Hey, it's Cyrus. Welcome to this meditation on releasing attachments to help you feel much lighter and more centered within yourself. Before we begin, eliminate any potential distractions. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and find a comfortable position sitting or lying down with your eyes closed or your vision soft on a spot in front of you, whatever intuitively feels best to you right now. Begin by taking a deep, nourishing breath in through the nose into your diaphragm. And gently, effortlessly release it out through your mouth. Breathing in again through the nose, going 10% deeper on this one. And releasing even slower out through the mouth. Let's do one final breath, but make it a breath hold. So going in through the nose, filling up the whole body with the breath, and holding for a moment at the top. Feeling your body head to toe as you hold. And very slowly, delicately releasing it out through the mouth. Now settle into a position of physical stillness that feels relaxed but alert to you. And take a moment to commit to that stillness with consistency in your mind so you can go into the deepest state of awareness possible and release the most attachment. Remember, releasing attachment doesn't mean becoming disconnected. It just means releasing a sense of grasping or over-attachment that can cause us unnecessary suffering and anxiety. So we're going to release attachments one by one and feel lighter, more centered, more balanced, and abundant as the session goes deeper. Now that we're relaxing into that position of stillness that feels good to us, begin by noticing the strongest sensation in your body that you feel in this moment. Notice where in the body is magnetically pulling the most attention. Notice those sensations in that area of the body. And aim to release any resistance to those sensations. Don't try to change them, just allow them to be as they are. And in this way, let's begin by releasing any attachment to changing how we feel. How we feel will tend to change for the better on its own if we just step out of the way and stop trying to change things with so much attachment. Now shift your attention to your lower body and allow any tension that you notice in your pelvic floor to release, your legs and feet to unclench any tension. And now shifting up into your upper body, noticing any tension in the different pockets of musculature in the upper body, and simply allowing that to release. Notice any tension in your neck or head that you're holding, perhaps around your jaw or your eyes, and simply allow that to melt, but stay alert and awake in your mind as the whole body begins to release these layers of tension. And now expand your attention to your entire body, feeling the entire body head to toe as one big ball of energy, one continuous field of vibrating sensation. And notice how you have a body, but that you are not your body. Notice this body that you have, that you're responsible for, but notice how your consciousness is aware of your body, and therefore we're connected to the body, but we're not this body that we have. And in this state of awareness, allow yourself to release some of that attachment to the body. Notice how it shifts and changes over time, but notice how this consciousness that watches the body remains unchanged. Consciously grateful and appreciating the body in this moment, and releasing some attachment to it. Shift now towards your thoughts. Notice the thoughts that enter your mind, but notice how you don't need to think them. They will think themselves. Allow them to arise and simply watch them for a moment. And notice how you're not these thoughts or the mind that is generating them. It's just happening automatically, the same way your heart beats or your lungs breathe themselves. The mind just thinks. Notice how you are not this mind that you have. And in this awareness, allow yourself to be connected to your mind, but also observe it and release some attachment to it and the thoughts that it generates continuously. Taking a gentle deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, feeling this release of attachment to the body and mind as you release the breath, relaxing and letting go even further. And now be aware of any stories that these thoughts have been telling you, perhaps stories that you've held for a long time in your life. Anything that's been holding you back or limiting you. Notice a story that you're ready to observe, nothing that's too heavy or unmanageable in this moment, but something that you feel ready to release attachment to. What story has your mind told you that's no longer serving you, that you're ready to let go of? Just notice. And just notice this story with all of its reinforcements and the mind's reasons that it gives to support it. Just observe that story without judgment and maybe with a little compassion for a few moments. And if you wish, decide in this moment to release attachment to that story. If it's no longer serving you, you've done the work just now of becoming aware of it. So simply make a decision to release it and to no longer entertain that story anymore. Breathing out and releasing that story as a decision. Embracing the space that you might be feeling to write a new story, and briefly shifting down into the emotions. If there's something that arose within that story in the form of an emotion in your body, notice where you feel any of those sensations that might still be present. And if you feel ready and safe in this moment to observe those sensations and allow them to flow so those attachments can be released, just allow them to be as they are in the body without trying to change or escape them. And ignore the thoughts as you observe the sensations in the body for a few moments. Surrendering to the energy fully, not trying to change it, just letting it flow so that it can lift and evaporate and flow through like a wave for another moment. Notice and embrace if that feeling is lifting and evaporating, and welcome in the sense of lightness and flow that accompanies that release. If any of the energy still lingers, trust that it will evaporate as we stay in the rhythm of the session, and take a moment to notice how you are not these feelings and emotions. Just like you released identification and attachment with the thoughts, notice how these feelings are just feelings. You're letting them flow through, connected to them, but without identifying with them. Noticing yourself releasing some attachment to this flow of energetic emotions that are no longer serving you. And now shift your attention to an awareness of the external things in your life. Any possessions or objects, ones that might be arbitrary or ones that might be important to you. Just be aware of any sense of attachment that you feel to these possessions. And just be aware in this moment that as you observe them with your awareness, they are yours, but they are not you. This energy that observes, that is fundamentally you, appreciates those things, takes care of them, and yet is not one and the same with those things. And in this awareness, we can decide in this moment to take a breath and release our sense of attachment to the things in our life, and return the center of our sense of value to the place within ourselves, even more in this moment. Now start to become aware of any situations in your life that you're currently experiencing. Anything you might be trying to avoid, anything you might be hoping will happen. Being aware of these situations. Noticing how they make you feel within your body as you hold an awareness of them. Allowing this internal reaction to be there without judgment for a moment. Observing how this reaction might come from a desire to control that which might be outside our control. And taking a gentle deep breath and choosing to release control to something greater than ourselves. Whatever energy we understand as greater than our individual self, surrendering those situations and the attachment we have to them to something greater as we let go of the breath. finally, be aware of your relationships and the other people in your life. Notice any sense of attachment in the form of physical sensations in your body that you might be aware of as you think about the other people in your life. Notice if there's any degree of attachment that feels unhealthy or that's no longer serving you, and aim to notice this without any judgment of yourself. And remember, we're not letting go of any healthy care, appreciation, and connection. We're just letting go of any intensity of attachment that may no longer serve ourselves or others. So being aware of that, choosing to release that attachment if you wish, and taking a deep breath in, and letting go of those strings and strands of attachments on the way out. Feeling yourself more centered, robust, and emotionally empowered within yourself in this moment. And noticing perhaps that this frees you up to be even more connected, even more giving, as a consequence of fulfilling your own energetic needs more and more through this awareness that you're cultivating right here and now. Feeling now a deep sense of connection to your body, your mind, your story, the things and people in your life, and embracing the feelings of empowerment, lightness, centeredness, and love that naturally arise as we let go of any tightly held attachments. Feeling the attachments melt away more and more with each passing moment and each flowing breath. And allowing yourself to enter a state of deep inner satisfaction, fulfillment, and peace. Take a few moments to bask in the radiant inner sunshine of that release of attachment as you simply be aware of your body and the space that surrounds you for a few moments of total awareness, free of the burden to think about anything in particular, just aware of body and space as one. And finally now begin to visualize yourself moving through the rest of your day with this sense of having released most of your attachment, feeling that sense of relaxation, lightness, flow, and joy, visualizing it and feeling that in your body. See yourself deeply connected to the details of every little thing in front of you, appreciating and enjoying every moment without attachment. Being open to the pleasant surprises that await you as you continue to release attachment and just flow with ease. And when you feel ready, very gently opening your eyes, stretching your body in whatever way feels intuitive, and allowing yourself to ease back into your day with a sense of unrushed enjoyment. If this helped you, consider sharing the track with anyone that might benefit from it. And feel free to leave a comment, make a donation, ask a question, and I hope you have a wonderful day.